Welcome to History Buff, everybody. This is History Hiccups. When we think of big bombs, we think of this, or this. But we don't normally think of this. The strange thing is, Canada has a history of catastrophic explosions. In the Forgotten War, or the War of 1812, the Americans were besieging the British and Canadian militia in Fort York, and all seemed hopeless. General Roger Chaffee ordered the fort abandoned, but left the flag up to fool the Americans into thinking the defenses were still occupied. Then, as a parting gift to his enemy, he ordered the Grant magazine to be lit ablaze. The resulting explosion was powerful enough to kill men over 180 meters away, and kill it did. The explosion killed 25 men. As for those who did not die, 200 people were injured from either perforated eardrums, hemorrhaging lungs, or the debris that fell on Americans for over 30 seconds after the blast. But this was but the beginning. Over 100 years later, World War I had been in full swing for over 2 years, and the busy port of Halifax was exporting munitions non-stop to the front lines. Eventually, accidents were bound to happen. On December 6, 1917, the SS Mont Blanc and the SS Imo collided in the narrows of the port. Both ships were traveling faster than they should have been. The Mont Blanc was carrying a full load of TNT, and the other munitions. When the ships collided, sparks were generated that lit the Mont Blanc's full supply. After 20 minutes of the ships burning and drifting closer and closer to the residential area of Halifax, the TNT ignited. The explosion was unimaginable. More than 2.5 kilometers squared of the city were completely leveled in the initial blast. The blast shattered windows up to 100 kilometers away, and the resulting tsunami was just injury to insult at this point, as it rages through the now flattened houses of this district. When I say this was impossible to imagine, I wasn't lying. Even now, if you are a survivor of the earthquake that struck Haiti in 2010, or the Fukushima nuclear disaster, or even Hurricane Katrina, this was worse. And in the end, the worst part about it was, unlike those other disasters, this was completely preventable. The captains of the Imo and the Mont Blanc, in the end, if they're remembered at all, are known only as the inept leaders who risked the population of an entire city just so they could get out of port and 2 or 3 knots faster.
History is made by stupid people. Clever people wouldn't even try. If you want a place in the history books, then do something dumb before you die.